Now, the first few days of a newborn's life are some of the most important moments to capture on camera. So our bump-to-baby mum Siobhan went to visit photographer Jenny McCarthy with the Byrne clan for some snaps to add to the family album. Let's see how she got on.
We do a lot of, when the lady comes in, first of all, I would always recommend that they come in at around 32, 33 weeks of, pregnancy, depending on how comfortable they are. Some women, put on more weight than others, so it just kind of depends on the pregnancy itself. But Siobhan was just all bump. She's absolutely fantastic to work with. She had a good size bump, but she was just all bump. You do a few shots with clothes on, first of all. Sometimes we work with scarves around the bump and just kind of accentuate the bump itself. Sometimes they want to go for a demi-moire shot, which is one of the ones that we did with Siobhan, and it turned out stunning. So it just depends on the woman herself. Well, it takes about an hour and a half for the bump shoot, so the lady would come in and we would have a chat and a cup of tea first of all, and I'd try and make them as comfortable as possible. So we've kind of nice dim light and the studio's nice and warm, and there's a nice atmosphere going on.
You're all that's good, of this I am sure.
Well, after the baby comes along, I try to make sure that they come into the studio quite soon afterwards. So within a week, 2 weeks kind of max if we can. Just while they're still quite small and they're still, able to get into that fetal position nicely. One of the main reasons why I do that is because I try to get them when they're that small, because they grow up so fast, and we try and get the little fingernails and the toes and the realistic size of everything. Mum and Dad sometimes do want to get into the shots as well at that stage. Sometimes Mum doesn't want to, so I kind of leave it to Mum on the day just to see how she sort of feels, because we can feel quite miserable after a baby. It's important to include the siblings in the shot as well, especially if they're quite young. They can feel a little bit left out, especially the next one in line. So I try to make sure and put the focus on the siblings, because the baby doesn't know that it's been fussed over. So I fuss over the siblings, and I try to get the siblings in, make sure that I let them think they're the boss on the day. We put about 2 hours aside for the shoot with the baby, because sometimes Mum is breastfeeding, sometimes the baby is due a feed. So we try and make sure that we give enough time and that we get nice shots and everybody's nice and comfortable. What happens then after the 2 shoots, they come back a couple of weeks later after the second shoot, and they have a look on screen, and we show them absolutely everything from the bump to the baby to the family, and they can absolutely decide themselves what they want to go for. A nice product to go for is a bump to baby album. That can be really, really nice because it's just about the baby.
So I was really excited. It was like waiting for Christmas last night. We didn't do a family portrait on Caitlin or baby shots, which I'd sort of regret, but we said we'd do it at a year, 12 months on her, and between one thing and another, between moving house and everything, we never got it done. So I was really delighted to have a picture of the 2 of them today, and especially since Benjamin is only a week old today, it's precious moments to look back on. And as well, like Jenny was so good with Caitlin and so good with Benjamin. Like, she's a 2.5-year-old and she's a very busy little girl, as you can see. So Jenny was great with her, absolutely great. Oh, good crocodile.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic, I must say. I didn't really know what to expect because Siobhan had described the first shoot with Jenny And she said she was apprehensive. I was a little bit apprehensive myself as well, certainly with the Demi Moore shot. But yeah, in terms of the interaction with Jenny and the kids and myself and Siobhan, it was brilliant. The way they were set up was brilliant. Even just the simple props they had for putting Benjamin into and working with Caitlin was fantastic. You know, the kids really enjoyed it, and I think we're going to get some really nice shots out of it, which is what you want. Some great memories.
Ah, that was lovely. Now, after the break, we're going